Hello, Food of Cures, and welcome to day 4 of Cookie Must 2024.
2024.
Wow, we're still
Hey,
working
like
on it,
that?
but it's fine. I
Well,
like it that you tried your
I
effort.
wanted to add a little bit of spice into this. I'm sorry that you're keeping it bland.
Oh man, you're such a bitch, but I love you.
You better.
I'm in
Because
that
we got
Christmas
no one
spirit.
else. Okay? We got
What'd
no
you
one
say?
else. We got no one else but each other.
I mean, at this point.
You know?
But day 4 of Cookie Must is for everyone.
Yeah. This is a super, super easy recipe.
What's that saying? The days, the haze, and the ways. What is it? I forgot.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know when people say like the gays and the days.
These, the she's, the theys, and the gays?
There you go. It's for
I,
everyone.
I don't know if that's correct. I just made it up, but it sounds really cute. Trademark cute, FAQ.
Yeah, let's get the lawyers involved, okay?
Our team.
So this one involves a cake mix. It's 3 ingredients, maybe 2 if you're feeling up for it, or 4. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's
Four
5.
max. It'd be four max. It can be two or three, usually four max. This
Okay.
is very, very simple.
Yes, and it starts with a cake mix, which you know we love here at Food of AQ.
You are the queen of doctored up cake mixes.
I am now. And I used to really turn my nose up to them because when I first started baking, I thought I had to like really suffer to make something. And now I realize that that was stupid. And that if you can get something and make it kind of awesome and it costs you $3 at the store and you can do it faster, it's totally worth the price of admission.
So dumb. Here's the deal. When you doctor up a cake box and you make a homemade cake, they literally taste the same.
And people like the fake one better.
Completely better. The only time I don't use a cake box is if I'm making something really specialty. I'm not making a fucking box cheesecake. Not happening. Okay.
No.
It's a massive difference in that. Or if you're making something real specialty, then like a hummingbird cake, then you don't use a box mix. But if you're going to make a red velvet cake, a chocolate cake, a yellow cake, a white cake, whatever you're going to do, and it's so easy. Sometimes it's just an extra egg and melted butter instead of oil, and like some for the vanilla extract.
And speaking
Even
of
something
red
as simple
velvet,
as that elevates it.
totally.
And I can tell you, out of all these years of making cakes from scratch and spending hundreds of, over the years, thousands of dollars on flours and sugars and all this stuff, and how messy your kitchen gets and all the plates and bowls you use. Honest to God, a cake mix, I no longer put my nose up to.
Especially red velvet cake. Red velvet cake requires red dye. It requires cocoa powder. It requires buttermilk. It requires milk and
Vinegar.
vinegar if you don't have
Oh.
buttermilk. And to me, buying these things is super fucking annoying.
Well, because it's not always ingredients you don't have. Like, I don't always have buttermilk in my home.
I ever.
I may have vinegar in my home, but for example, right now I have like white wine vinegar. I don't have
Right.
distilled vinegar in my home. So a red velvet cake is actually fairly not, I'm not gonna say complicated, but if you're a new baker, it is a
It's involved.
complicated cake to
Yeah,
make because
it's
of a lot of things. And you put it in certain steps too. With
right.
you
It's
don't just throw it all together.
it's a chemical reaction cake.
That's exactly what it is.
So
So
it's a level 3. And we don't need level 3s in our life all the time.
no, we're gonna bring that level three to a level one cake. And so, but I like these cookies because I think they're just really fun and simple. Maddie, I think for anybody who just wants a quick recipe, who may not have a lot of time and wants to
Totally.
something,
So these
um,
are, we haven't even said what the heck they are. They are a cream cheese stuffed red velvet cookie,
yeah,
which sounds super complicated and fun, which is why I picked it. But then we really, really, really simplified it so that anybody could make it.
let's do
I
it.
had never had a cream cheese stuffed red velvet cookie, and I'm so glad I have now.
I have,
Look at you. You're such a man
I
about town.
have.
What a
So
man.
you're not the first one to say that, Maddie. Not even today. You're not the first person to say that.
Damn. It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I do a lot of things throughout my day, all right? I'm a busy person.
I'm sure no, you are. So this is how it starts, y'all. All you need is a red velvet box. You need a big Tupperware, what are they called? Container of Cool Whip
Cool Whip.
with a whip. And you can just stop there if you wanted. But I think if you add an egg, it adds a little bit more structural integrity to the cookie. So I
Right.
recommend it. And that's it. That's all you need for the cookie part.
Just mix it all together.
And then for the filling part, all you need is a brick. of cream cheese. And I was gonna fuck around and find out with the powdered sugar, but I don't have the patience today. So instead I just got a little bit of granulated sugar, maybe a tablespoon or two, mixed it in there. Boom.
Yeah, it's gonna bake.
Yeah. And then I put it in the freezer for a little bit. I measured it out into like little balls and I put
Mhm.
it on parchment paper and I froze it. But I don't even think you have to be that precious with this either.
No,
But I did do that. If you're so inclined, you can. You know what I did find challenging about these cookies? They're very sticky. The dough.
it is. So go on with what you're saying, and then I'll give you like a quick what I've done with these in the past.
That's it. I just mix together the Cool Whip and the cake batter, which takes time. So like when you think it's not enough liquid, just keep going
Yeah.
because it will come together into something that looks like a dough, but it's very sticky.
Yes.
So what I did was I got my cookie scoop and I had my hands nice and wet and then I put the dough into my hand and then I got my cream cheese ball, put it in the center and then I got another cookie scoop on top and then I rolled it into a ball and I put them on my parchment lined cookie sheet into the oven 350. I don't know. I think it was like maybe 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was it. Boom.
Done. You got a cookie.
What do you say?
So I've made them even simpler than that. Like I've made like a crinkle cookie with it,
Oh
which
yeah,
we've
I
talked about.
didn't crinkle mine because I was too lazy.
Yeah, and I mean, I've done it before without the cream cheese. The cream cheese, don't get me wrong, is a fantastic addition, and it makes the cookies just much more decadent. And I think that's what the holidays are about, is to really have these wonderful decadent treats. But I've done it where I've done the cake box mix, a large thing of Cool Whip, mix it together, roll the dough into balls, roll those dough balls into powdered sugar, and then bake it. And that's it. And what's kind of really cool about this methodology is you can use any flavor cake box mix.
You can.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be
Red
uh,
velvet.
red velvet. It can be chocolate. It can be vanilla. It can be carrot. It can be spice. It could be, anything you really want. It could be gingerbread flavored. It could be whatever you want. So all you need, and I do agree, I think like an egg and like some vanilla and stuff like that will add to it. But if you get a cake box mix, a thing of Cool Whip, mix it together, you have a cookie dough and bake it.
Yeah, and I was thinking if I wasn't even gonna go get red velvet. I just did it because I'm taking one for the team. But I was gonna make it with chocolate cake mix because I always have chocolate and vanilla cake mix at my house. And if you've ever had like a black bottom cupcake, it's just a little cupcake and inside there's like a little dollop of cream cheese, sweetened cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. I love that. It's one of my favorite cupcakes. You could do that flavor. Like, you can make a black bottom cookie.
Yeah.
And it's the same stuff. Literally, it's all the same, honestly. And it's
It's
easy.
so easy. And I've done it where I've mixed chocolate chips in it.
Hmm.
And I'm going to be very honest, is this the best cookie I've put in my mouth? Absolutely not.
Who's
By
cookie?
far. What happened?
Who's cookie?
This is a family show, Mariella. Too many to count. Anyway, but it's simple and it does form into a cookie and it's tasty. Like it's a good cookie. And I think it's something that you can make really quick too.
Right. And what brings it, I feel, what makes it elevated is that it's stuffed.
Yes.
So no one can say you're lazy and you're not bringing something cool to the party, even
Right.
though it just takes a cake mix and
You
a
know what I
brick
love about this
piece.
recipe? It doesn't mess up my kitchen
Right? Because like right
because
now,
it's so simple.
yeah. And when you're making a zillion cookies for a
Oh,
podcast, you don't want to clean
yeah.
so much.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Oh
I
my
don't know if
God,
anybody else has this problem.
my kitchen was such, because we talked about in the last episode, I did 4 cookies in one night.
Yeah.
And my kitchen was such a fucking mess. It took like a good, and I have a small kitchen, it took like a good hour plus to clean it. But
Or when you're reusing the same things over and over again and you have to be cleaning them in the middle, it
right.
helps to have an easy thing in the middle.
Yes. Yes, it does. So I like this idea and I hope people make this. This is a good one.
Yeah, and you can make a lot of them for not too much money. You can make a lot of them with not too much effort. So I think food epicures would appreciate this.
I agree.
In particular, when you pair it with the other ones, if you're going to make more than one cookie, try to always put something in there that's no bake and or something that's super easy like this because that will make you want to do it and like with a happy heart and not begrudgingly because that happens too.
Absolutely. And you can make a whole slew of like I said, different flavors. So if you want to make like nice little cookie baskets for people. Okay, let me tell you something really quick though
Mm-hmm.
about when people give away cookies
Mm-hmm.
for Christmas. I always love that. I love getting little gifts that is something like, cookies or candies that's homemade and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you one of my biggest pet peeves.
Mm.
I hate getting, I don't hate it, I still love them. But when I get, let's say, cookies for Christmas from somebody, I hate when it's like mediocre 5 or 6 different types of cookies. I'd
Agreed.
rather be one type and it be really good than because I have received a many of cookies in my life and
Who's cooking?
a many of cookies in life and woo, and a many of cookies in life. And whenever somebody gives cookies and it's one type of cookie, it's really fucking good.
I
When
agree.
it's like 5 or 6 different types, they tend to be mediocre because let's be honest, after baking for a while, you slack a bit because you're tired.
Yes, tiring.
And so if you're going to make cookies for people this year, pick one cookie you're really good at and just make that. This is the only one that I can say. If you want to give people variety, use this recipe.
Include
Because
something like this.
exactly, because it's going to be consistent. If you want to give a red velvet cookie, a chocolate cookie, vanilla cookie, chocolate chip cookie, you can use this base recipe and it's going to be consistently flavored. So
Okay,
that's
guys.
my 2 cents here.
Yeah, I love your sense.
Thank you.
And that is the end of week 1 of 12 Days of Cookie Mess. We're doing it a little bit differently this year. We're not doing 12 consecutive days. We're doing 4 a week for 3 weeks, just for
Yep.
the sake of our own sanity. And I think it's working out. It's working out.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on your Apple Podcast player. Tell your friends about us. And if you're going to make one cookie, tell a friend about it and then you can make one cookie and then you guys could swap. Eric
Look,
likes a good
really,
swap.
Maddie's really pushing this cookie swap shit. So somebody out there, for the love of
Fucking
Christ,
do it. Shit.
please go do a cookie swap and please tell her about it because
Yes.
that's
Make my
all she wants
day.
is just a cookie swap. Like
I
she's
don't
so
know.
bad. Maddie, if you lived down the street from me, we could have a cookie swap if you would like.
So just, yeah, I'm going to move just so that we could swap cookies because I feel like it's worth my while.
I have never wanted your cookie.
You always wanted my cookie.
Nope, you had your chance, probably
People
like
come from far and wide for my cookies. Thank you very
that's the truth. That's the God-given truth.
All right, you guys, we love you. We hope you've enjoyed week 1 of 12 Days of Cookie Mess, and we will be back next week with 4 more really awesome recipes that you can achieve easily without any stress and a happy mouth.
Bye-bye.
Bye. A happy mouth. What?